What's up, folks? We're going to have a couple of things to talk about today. And the first thing I want to talk about is these. This is one of the new fire-safe cigarettes. They're new to me. They've been mandatory in certain places around the country for a while now. I believe New York is one of the places that they have a law on that. But these fire-safe cigarettes are fucking terrible. And I have not come across a single smoker who disagrees with me on this issue. These things are fucking disgusting. I hate them. And the really amazing thing about this situation is that even though it's clear that there would probably be a law mandating these fire-safe cigarettes by the federal government eventually, the thing is that they're going FSC, fire-safe, nationwide voluntarily. At least Philip Morris and R.J. Reynolds are. And what Philip Morris and R.J. Reynolds do is most important when it comes to cigarettes. And they've done this voluntarily. And they have to know that people hate the things. Which is strange. Seeing the cigarette companies cave on something like that is strange. They haven't had much of a choice but to cave on issues of addiction and lung cancer and whatnot. But something like FireSafe, which is a totally separate area of discussion than the cancer-causing qualities of cigarettes. I'm really surprised that they would voluntarily do that. Fire-safe cigarettes, if you don't know, are cigarettes containing bands of ethylene vinyl acetate. I believe that's the correct way to pronounce that. I don't know much about this, this chemical, but considering it has the word vinyl in it, I think it would be safe to assume that it is some sort of plastic that they have not really done a lot of studies on. They don't really know what's in it or what is produced when it burns. But they put these in 3 bands around the cigarettes, and they're supposed to make the cigarettes go out if you don't inhale them for like a minute. I've seen that they go out in 30 seconds sometimes, and when they go out and you have to relight them, the paper flies off and there's sparks everywhere. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. And the only way I can describe the aftertaste, at least at first, is if you've ever had a CAT scan and they inject you with iodine so that they can see your organs or whatever it is that they're fucking doing. They tell you it's going to taste like pennies in your mouth. It didn't really taste like pennies so much to me, but it tasted sort of metallic. I don't know. That's the only taste I can get close to comparing the aftertaste of these cigarettes. It's really fucking gross. I'm not a fan, man. I mean, they've ruined Marlboro Reds, man. They don't taste right. They're fucked up. They are fucked up. This is it's one of the classic brands of American cigarettes gone. Just ruined. I only bought these because I didn't have enough of my own tobacco to make cigarettes. It's fucking terrible. And it probably won't be too much longer until they start putting the bands of fire-safe material on tubes for roll-your-own cigarettes. I really wouldn't be that surprised. The other thing I wanted to talk about... Now, normally, I can at least understand where people are coming from, like when Republicans freak out about stupid shit or when Democrats freak out about stupid shit, trivial shit that they don't really need to be freaking out about. Usually you can kind of figure out why they're doing that. But recently, with the renewed talk about the trial of, I believe I'm pronouncing this, I'm going to try to pronounce this correctly, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, who is a gentleman accused of being involved in the September 11 attacks, who has been held in Guantanamo Bay for quite some time and is going to be transferred now to New York City to be put on trial in the jurisdiction where he committed the crime. And the Republicans are freaking out, and I just don't understand why. I don't get it. I mean, are they afraid that if he gets a civilian trial that he's going to get off? Yeah, right. Like, there's no way. All right? Now, I'm sure he's probably guilty. Okay? And maybe this could be considered a kangaroo trial. I don't know. But the dude probably did it. I mean, if they had put Saddam Hussein's trial was a kangaroo trial, but he did what, he killed those people or whatever, so it doesn't really matter that much at a certain point. I mean, in the prosecutor, I don't know if it was a prosecutor, somebody from the government was saying that failure is not an option on the prosecution of Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, so he's not going to get off, okay? And even if he is not directly involved, I think it's just his fucking tough luck, all right? Even if you have any connection with the biggest terrorist attack of all time, you're fucked, He's not getting out of this, and he probably doesn't deserve to. But I just don't understand what these people are freaking out about. Like, when they wanted to transfer him, everyone's like, it's not safe, it's not safe. It's like, what is he going to do? Is he going to fucking, is Muhammad the Prophet going to come down and rescue him with a fiery chariot outside of a maximum security federal penitentiary? I don't think so. Where is this man going to go? Like, they're going to put him in it's not like they're going to put him in general population. He'd be fucking murdered. All right, he's got way more to worry about his safety in American prisons than we have to worry about our safety. And he's one of the most famous faces in the world as far as terrorism goes. If he could ever escape, where is he going to go? What's he going to do inside the United States? It would be like if Osama bin Laden was in the United States. What is he going to do? Everyone knows what he looks like. But it's such a strange position for the Republicans to take, because they're supposed to be the, don't let the terrorists win, be tough about it or whatever. And this is one of the situations where we need to be tough. We need to show that we are willing to bring people up against our lawful courts and put them on trial for the crimes that they committed. And we're willing to risk that. We're civilized enough that we're willing to give these people at least the appearance of a fair trial, which is probably more than this gentleman deserves. That shows how tough we are. I mean, I guarantee you that if we ever caught Osama bin Laden, the last thing he'd want to have happen to him would be be brought back to the United States and put in the United States prison. All right, he doesn't want that. So I just don't understand what this fear is. Like, if you really think it's that dangerous, then maybe we need better prisons or something, because apparently people can just walk out of a maximum security federal penitentiary. Oh, wait, they can't, okay? Nobody's getting out of there. Nobody escapes from the kind of place that they put somebody like Khalid Sheikh Mohammed in. It's not a fucking issue, okay? And who's afraid of these people? Why is everyone still afraid of these people? I'm not afraid of Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. I'm not even afraid of fucking Osama bin Laden. Don't be afraid of these people. That's the point. That's how they don't win with terrorism. That's what terrorism means, man. When you refuse to even let this person on your soil because you're so fucking terrified, what does that show? That shows that their tactics worked, okay? Their goal wasn't to kill people. Their goal was to freak us out so we wouldn't, so that we wouldn't do what we feel is right, okay? And if we succumb to fear, we've let the terrorists win. That's how they've won. They've won that. They'd win, all right? They would directly win. I don't know. I think he's being brought up on federal charges, which means that he'd qualify for the death penalty, which, if convicted, the six will face the death penalty. So he's not going anywhere. And I guarantee you he's not going to be sitting on death row for very long. I guarantee you he's not going to have very many chances, not a very good chance of making an appeal. So I just don't understand this position. If someone could explain it to me, anyone that agrees with these people, I don't understand. Why do we not want this person brought back? The only other answer I can come up with is that it's fear that if we put someone like Khalid Sheikh Mohammed through the standard justice system, then we will lose our options to treat these people like enemy combatants. Which is just not true. I don't think that's true, and I think that's a slippery slope that people will trick themselves into believing. I don't know, man. I mean, maybe they fear that that we won't ever be able to go back to torturing. What a terrible thing that would be if we couldn't torture people. Some folks are very, 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 very strange. I'll talk to you folks later.